What's up? This is Derek Brown of the Carolina Panthers. Shout out to Rashad and David of the Panther Nation podcast. The voice of the Panther Nation. Make sure y'all like them and subscribe. Keep pounding.
Yo, this is Panther legend Jonathan Stewart, and I just wanted to shout out to Rashad Beard and David Rhodes of Panther Nation podcast, the voice of the Panther Nation. Keep pounding.
You are now tuned into the Panther Nation podcast.
Delone fires to an open Smith. Steve Smith is going to go all the way. No flag down. Smith scores, and the Carolina Panthers win in overtime.
Seal, he's intercepted by Kuechly. Kuechly inside the 20 to the 10 and to the end zone for another Panthers.
Welcome to the Panther Nation podcast. And here are your hosts, Rashad Beard and David Rhodes.
Yo, what's good, Dave? What's poppin'? What's good? We good? You barely. You barely made it once again. Dave hit his little disappearing act, but made it. No, hold on, Dave.
Oh, they
Go
can't
ahead.
hear
All right,
me?
yeah, no, I had you muted. My fault. Go ahead.
Nah, so I did make it here on time. I forgot that the power flickered in my house over the weekend. It did a quick boop boop, and that shut the computer off. So I had to. Y'all should be able to hear me now.
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah, so I had to wait for my computer to boot up. I had a lot of apps running at the time, so everything was trying to catch itself up. But now I'm good. I made it in time. I made it to the theme at least. Last week I didn't get to hear the theme.
Yeah,
I just heard my voice.
yeah. You made it. You made it this time. So it's all good. Yeah, we back at our regularly scheduled program timing at 8:30. So this should be we should be back on time from now on until further notice unless something changes. And the intro wasn't long. I start early. I gave y'all the 5-minute warning. I try to give y'all a little bit of entertainment during the 5-minute warning. That's the purpose of the 5-minute countdown, is give you a little bit of entertainment. So I can stop doing that. Just have you looking at a black screen if you want that says we're starting a stream soon. It's your choice, but it is what it is. And then I shortened the intro, so the intro is short. So it's on like a 2-minute intro. So let's relax, peeps. Let's relax. All right.
Nah.
So all right. I changed the music. I like the.
Nah. I like
Yeah,
I
it's
like
the slow build.
music,
Yeah, the slow build is dope.
Yeah,
man.
there's no shame in the slow build.
It's the slow build, man. I like it.
And it was and it's touching for today's episode talking about this schedule.
Yeah, what you think? That's funny. That's funny.
It is ceremonious when it comes to that, man. I looked at that schedule. We'll get into it as always. But how was your weekend?
It was good, man. Good times. Nothing much. We still locked down. So this weekend just chilling, bro. I watched the Jill Scott joint.
I know how you felt about it.
Oh yeah, Jill got murdered, B.
No, look, man, you can't do that.
Yo,
they weren't
Jill,
trying to murder each other.
Jill,
They obviously were not trying to murder each other.
No, Erica was
Jill didn't
trying
even
to
play Golden, fam.
Jill.
How you not play the Ultimate Wedding Song?
Erica was trying to murder Jill, and Jill just didn't show up. Jill didn't show up to her own funeral, B.
Jill was like, this ain't a murderous session. I know, Erica out here trying to play Bruce Lee in the background. I see her. But the reality was, Jill was just here to chill.
Yeah,
Jill was just chilling.
Because she knew what was up. She knew she wasn't going to win. So
Jill,
she was like...
Jill's good, man. She got some jams. Erica had her times. And Erica, they closed out with the joint for Andre Harrell. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
That was a lot of music legends passed away.
A lot of people in general was passing
Yeah,
around.
man. Little Richard, that one hit me a little bit, man.
Little Richard, Ben Stiller's dad passed. This is wild, man. It's just a lot of people passing away, bro. Betty Wright passed. Yo, it's just a lot. It's a lot going on, B. It's a lot going on. I feel like the Thanos snap is happening in real life, B. Like, for real. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I really feel like that's what's happening right now. So, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here, for real.
Watch The Last Dance?
Of course, I watched them all, man. I love MJ and them, man, at that time.
I didn't watch last week's because I was in Persona Land, but I did catch up. And let me tell you something, man.
Yeah, man. It's great. It's great.
That dude is Macho Man Randy Savage times 10.
Yeah, man. The dude is definitely savage, yo. Savage. 23 Savage out here, yo.
Yo, let me tell you something. Yeah, BJ Armstrong, I kind of felt for BJ, man. As a kid, I remember that series, too.
Yeah.
Then Jordan was like, nah, fam, that's not how it's going to work here today.
Yeah.
You're BJ Armstrong.
But I agree, man. I agree with what Jordan said. I mean, winning comes with a cost, man. You got to pay the price to win. So, that's just
even if it includes punching your teammate in the eye, it comes at a cost.
Hey, I know another teammate to punch somebody. Saying, hey, it's all good, man. It happens. It happens. Ultimate competitor, man. I love it, man. I was talking to my neighbor, and he was like, yo, I can't believe Isaiah Thomas and the Bad Boys, you know, blah, blah. Bro, man, yo, walking off is gangster, man. I love that joint. Yo, I love it, yo. I love it, man. I love the heat, bro. I love it. Yo, I promise you, yo, back in the day, I was telling him, yo, back in the day, I would have been a Pistons fan. Like, if I was, like, really, like, into it as an adult, I would have been a Pistons fan, yo.
Yo, the
for
NBA
sure.
was so different back then.
It was, man. It was. If as an adult going back and watch the Pistons, I would have been a Pistons fan, 100%. I love that, man. I love that yo, disrespect, yo, give it to me, dog. I love that. I love it.
There was a couple teams that were kind of rough like that, like the Jazz back in like when Stockton Malone first came in the league. Them cats had a roughness to them. The Knicks in the '90s had a roughness to them. The teams were just different back then. They were just different back then.
And I agree, Slim. The worst thing was Isaiah said he was trying to walk it back. I felt like he should have doubled down. Like, yo, that's just what it was. Like, that's what we did. You know, hey, I 100% agree with that, yo. 100%. He should have just doubled down and be like, yo, it was
Jordan
us.
Jordan was like, it's bullshit. If he's saying it's bullshit, or he saw the reactions that he got, and now he's flipping it up.
It's
gotta hold it.
It is what it is. Hold that, man. Yo, you keep it 100, and yo, that's what it. Back then, it was what it was, and now we probably wouldn't have did that at the times, changed. But hey, back then we was cutthroat, bro. We was fighting. They was fighting, throwing bowls. Yo, that's just what it was.
Man. Back then, Cash was getting shot, fist fights.
Yeah.
Now everybody's buddy.
Yeah, Marcus said, pointed out too. Scotty held his L too. Yo, he said I wouldn't change nothing.
He held that joint.
Yo, you gotta hold your L, B. Yo, it is what it is. I did it, man. Stand behind it. I love that, man. Yo, keep it 100 with yourself. But yeah, man, I love it, man. So, yeah, I love the whole, as an adult going back and realizing all the stuff that went on. With the whole Last Dance is dope. This is like, because as a kid, you just
enjoying the moment.
You just enjoying it, yeah, man. Yo, when I was Michael Jordan back in the day, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
he was the guy.
Like, I was 90s. I was like 12, 13 years old at the time, bro.
I was in like his first chip. I was like 9.
Yeah, man. Like back then, what? Come on, man. But yeah, man. But anyway. I love The Last Dance. It's dope. But all right, yo, we got
miss it after next week
for sure.
Sunday, man.
For sure, 100%. But yo, we got a lot to get into. We got to get into the schedule. The schedule was released, so we got to get into it. But there was a few nuggets of news that dropped. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So Dave, I did put out a video. I don't know if you watched it, but I put out the video about the new stadium. Potential location that opened up with the Carolina the factory moving
The pipe company,
The
right?
pipe, yeah, Carolina Pipe and Foundry. That company could potentially move. It's not official yet, but the Stanley County offered them so much money to move up there, and it'll free open that 55 acres that Tepper has been talking about for a minute since he bought the team. So again, I don't know if you can. Somebody commented and was like, "Yo, Bank of America was built on 33 acres." I don't know how the entire landscape is or how the entire land is drawn out, but I don't see how you fit an entire stadium on the way it's drawn out. So there'll definitely have to be some more land purchases around that area to fit a new stadium. But this is a piece of land that Tepper has been talking about for a minute. But I don't want to get up here and have a whole discussion about it. I did make I do want to give you your opportunity to react, but I did make a whole video on it. But Dave, you want to react to it?
Yeah, I saw the video. I watched it. And if you guys haven't watched it yet, feel free to and like to subscribe. I thought it was interesting. It's good that they're going to get to stay in Charlotte. I think they have enough space for it if it's 55 acres.
They said yes, 55 acres. Yep.
If it's 55 acres, I think they got enough space to pull it off. It looks like it might have more residential in that area, though. More houses around it, but whatever.
Yeah, and the highway is right next to it, so it's there's gonna be some difficulties. It's somebody made a good comment. Somebody made a good comment that I think the city's gonna have to. There's gonna have to be some cooperation with the city to make it happen if they're gonna use that piece of land. But you got to think there's not many large pieces of land uptown like that. Like this is probably one of the only pieces of land at that size left in uptown. So either you're gonna get that close, or you're gonna be pushed further out and get. Obviously, you can get some stuff out there by Carowinds and move it to South Carolina. But I love the Uptown Stadium. I hope they keep it there or keep the location. And that location is perfect. As a matter of fact, I have the visual up, Dave, right now where you can see the location is where it is. It's right next to the highway off 277. And there is residential in that area, but I don't know how it's gonna work. But I'm sure they'll figure it out.
If they can make the stadium off that pocket before the interstate, then you could do it. But I don't know if there's enough acres for it. And
I
then
don't know.
You can use the other end as the lot.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm no architect, industrial architect, so I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm sure the man has got a plan. Because he pointed that piece of land out almost damn near after he bought the team. So, again, it's a long way off.
You're talking a decade.
Yeah, it's a long way off, but the news is huge that piece of land is open. So
yeah, the only way it'll be faster than a decade if he decides to take it to the next state. And even then, it's still going to be at least 5 years.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while.
It's going to at a minimum, it's going to be at least 5. Like, I think if he has an opportunity to grab this land, he's going to try to grab it and build it there. If the city starts bugging, then he's going to take his talents to Rock Hill and Fort Mill.
Yeah. So Marcus asked, how long are the Panthers tethered to the current stadium, given the recent upgrades? That's a great question. I have no idea.
I thought it was 10 years.
110 million was just pumped into that, and the new headquarter facility and the stadium upgrades. So there's going to be some kickback for that they got to stay around for at least in Bank of America Stadium for. There has to be some number tied to that, because you can't
10 years.
You can't invest money. You can't ask the city to invest money and then turn around and just build another stadium like 2 years later. It don't work that way.
Unless you Tepper be like, all right,
he could.
I'll just buy you out.
Yeah, he could. He could do that. He could buy, and I think Locks man said that he gonna use his own money. I doubt he's gonna do that. That's just not smart business. But he could. He probably could.
Jerry, he could pull a Jerry though if he wanted to.
I don't know.
Jerry funded a lot of his stuff, so. But
I don't know. I don't know, man. I have no idea. I have no idea how it's gonna work. So,
well, if the Panthers move to Fort Mill, I don't know.
I don't know.
Or they got to move to, I don't know we got to check the deal. But I know there was some agreement for a couple of years that they gotta stick around. They
Yo,
gotta be
so
inspired.
Noli says billionaires don't need tax dollars. Yeah, they don't need them, but they stay billionaires
They
by
will
using
take
them.
them.
They
They
stay
will take.
billionaires
They
by
will
using
take.
tax money.
They will
Absolutely.
take that
You
tax money in a heartbeat.
that's like turning down a stimulus check or something. Like you gonna take it.
And it doesn't.
So
And let me tell you something, man. It doesn't matter what party affiliation you are, Republican or Democrat. They gonna take that money.
yeah,
Warren Buffett does not complain about his tax breaks.
You definitely taking that money.
You taking that cash, homie?
But all right,
Stay rich by spending under
that's a
people's
fact.
money. That is
That's
correct.
that's a fact. 100%. But all right, so let's move on. Again, I made a whole video about it. It's about a 7-8 minute video about it when the news dropped. Go back and watch it. A couple videos back, and that I give the details surrounding the county and where they're gonna move potentially, and kind of some inner workings. But anyway, that's that. Let's move on, Dave. You want to talk about before we get into Pat Stewart hire? Damn, I thought I had the Derek Brown. All right, so anyway, Derek Brown did get paid too. I don't know where that joint is at.
He got his.
But Derek Brown. Yeah, I don't know where that slide is, but anyway, Derek Brown did get paid. He got a 4-year deal that obviously every first round pick gets with the usual 5th-year option. But the deal's worth $23.62 million, all guaranteed. Dave, 100% guaranteed rookie deal. I think that's definitely the trend that's going to be happening for these first round picks. I think Tua definitely his
$30 million.
His all guaranteed too. So that's going to be the trend if you're top 15, top 20 pick.
So he got so wait. Tua got 4 years, $30 million for a starting quarterback.
Yeah, that's why you
and
draft them.
Quarterbacks right now out here getting $30 million for 1 year.
That's why you draft them. That's the whole point of why you draft them that early. That's exactly why you do that. You have to draft them. But anyway, yeah, Derek Brown got paid, and again, he gets the 50. We get the 50-year option too to pick up, and that's determined on the top 10 top salaries at the time. So, good deal. Not it's dope that it's fully guaranteed. Shout out to these players getting all their money. But at the end of the day, I just want to point that out. Let's reiterate. That's why you draft a quarterback. That's why teams like the Jaguars, who are going to suck next year, go and sign a Mike Glennon on a short-term deal and not sign Cam Newton. Because hey, we're gonna be bad. We're not gonna win a Super Bowl. So let's just go ahead. Hey, if Minshew pans out, then so be it. But hey, we're gonna be in the top 10. Worst case scenario, we're gonna be in the top 5 to get a quarterback next year. So that's why you do that. And that's why I was kind of against us signing Teddy Bridgewater, because hey, we're gonna be bad anyway. So why invest $20 million a year in a Teddy Bridgewater when you're gonna draft a pick? So anyway, we'll
get back. We'll get to how bad we truly gonna be.
I digress. But yeah, all right. So let's get into this Pat Stewart hire, because we definitely went out and we hired Pat Stewart. Dave, this is a front office move. A front office move was confirmed by Joe Person that Pat Stewart was hired as the director of player personnel. The Panthers are not expected to hire an assistant GM. Remember that talk, Dave? All that talk about getting an assistant GM, well, it didn't happen. So this is the new hire that they were talking about, assistant GM, but this is the guy, but he's not going to be assistant GM. Okay, so he's going to oversee the pro scouting side. Jeff Murrow, who we have as the executive director of player personnel, he's going to keep that title and continue to oversee the college and continue to oversee the college side. Okay, so Stewart, he has experience both in the college and the pro scouting. He was the Philadelphia Eagles national scout most recently, but he spent hella time with the New England Patriots from 2007 to 2017. Dave, he was with the Patriots. As
That
an
ain't a good thing. I just want you to know that ain't really a good thing.
I'm just saying, area scout, pro scout, and served as area scout again for the New England Patriots, and a scouting assistant. So he's had several different jobs.
It's not good, man.
Why is that not good? Talk about it. I'm curious.
The Patriots historically hasn't, like, they really, like, as much as they've done winning championships, they haven't really done a good job drafting. They're not historically known to draft well. I know people are gonna say, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Look at their draft picks, and then come back to me."
Well, they had
They
Tom
don't-
Brady. Tom covers a lot.
Covers more than a lot. Like they don't really draft. Some of their best players are undrafted for me.
Yeah.
So I mean, would you give him credit for that? Sure. If you want to give him credit for that, okay. But okay.
So
Got the connect. So
yeah. So it sounds like we kind of flubbed this whole assistant GM crap, because I feel like this was a bit of a consolation prize. I think we wanted Andrew Berry.
I know that's what we wanted, but they didn't want to fire Marty.
Correct. And I think great point. I think what happened was the whole assistant GM title thing got in our way, because you're trying to hire people as an assistant GM, which you can't, hire somebody to take a demotion essentially, and that's why we couldn't get get permission. So it sounds like we kind of flubbed this thing up a little bit. But director of player personnel, we have a executive director of player personnel, but I'm not going to get caught up too much in titles, because, at the end of the day, you get the right guys and it is what it is. You call it what the hell you want to call them, but you get the right guys and you put them in the building. Now, I will say this is interesting. This is just an interesting correlation. All right. So as you can see, we do have the correlation between Temple. So while Matt Rule was at Temple as an assistant coach, he was there in some capacity as he was assistant director of football operations while at Temple, while Matt Rule was an assistant coach, and he was also he was a graduate assistant coach at Western Carolina while Matt Rule was an assistant coach at Western Carolina. So there is some familiarity there. Again, Rule is definitely making some moves up in the front office. So that shows that he definitely has some power. Okay, he has some power up there. He's getting front office signings done. And another interesting note, Dave, is that this is another Eagles front office steal. Okay, so the Eagles definitely have one of the most modernized front offices in the league, okay? And this is the second guy we have from their front office. The first guy was Taylor Rajak, who was the assistant director of football analytics for the Eagles. And now we're taking the national scout for the Eagles and promoting him to director of player personnel. So this is actually a natural progression. You go to scout player personnel. This is natural progression. Also, just keep this little nugget in mind, okay? Keep this nugget in mind. For what it's worth, Marty Hurnett was director of player personnel, director of player operations for the Panthers before he was promoted to GM. So this could be Matt Rule getting his GM. This could be Matt Rule getting his GM and a slight succession plan for Marty Hurnett. So, just saying.
He's got 1 year left on his deal, right?
Yeah, this is it. This is contract year for Marty Hurnett. Contract year for Marty Hurnett. So I think could be a little bit of succession plan. But let's just take a quick look at how it stands right now. This is probably a little difficult to see for y'all. But Tepper, obviously Marty Hurnett reports to David Tepper and all those front office guys that you see: Sean Padden, Jeff Murrow, Mark Carrier, Matt Allen, Eric Stokes, Samir Suleiman, Taylor Rajak, and Brian Porter. They all report to Hurney. Okay, so that's how and you can see Dave. I do have Matt Rule is not technically in the front office, but as you can see, I have Matt Rule sitting right behind Hurney because there's definitely some say happening there, and they both obviously report to David Tepper. So Rule is definitely calling some shots up there, calling some shots for sure. But that's how it looks right. This was pre Pat Stewart. This is how it looks right now. We're adding another player personnel guy in addition to Jeff Murrow and Matt Allen. It's just weird because Matt Allen he's definitely a holdover from Richardson. So from Jared Richardson. So I think he's like Richardson's grandson or something like that.
Wow.
So he's still on the he's still on the joint. So I think because he holds the title of executive director of pro personnel, and that's kind of what the role Pat Stewart was hired for. So maybe he's gonna get up out of here. I don't know. They're still saying that all these guys are gonna stay in their current capacity. But again, I don't get too caught up in the names because I don't know the titles. It's just because it kind of is what it is. But the front office is starting to take shape a little bit. Eric Stokes was, not Eric Stokes, excuse me, Samir Suleiman from the Steelers, cap negotiator. Pat Stewart's a new guy. Sean Padden, new guy. Taylor Rajak, new guy. So there's some new guys showing up here, okay, up in the front office. And you start, again, it's not going to be built overnight. And typically these type of player personnel hires do happen after the draft just because there's so much work being done so the timing is not out of the ordinary. But that's just kind of, it is what it is. And so this is what I think is going to happen. This is just me, all speculation. This is just my assumption. But what I think is going to happen is that Hurney is going to either not be retained or he's going to retire. Or he's going to move to another role. Maybe he gets demoted down to college scout or whatever. And I think Pat Stewart's probably going to be your general manager. That's my assumption. Just because the connection between Matt Rule and Pat Stewart, there's a connection there. So I definitely think that's going to happen. This is just my assumption. Again, nothing. All speculation here. All speculation. But it's just weird because he's gonna end up. I don't see the dynamic where he's gonna end up working for the guy that he hired. I don't know that that's gonna happen. I don't know, man. You got any thoughts on that, Dave?
Well, it gets interesting because I think Marty's still gonna be part of the change somehow. Because I think Tepper respects Marty enough to keep him around.
So if he respects him enough, then why hasn't he extended him? Just playing devil's advocate.
Well, because it's a contract. They want to see how they do, even though this is a terrible timing for Marty if it's going to be based on record. But I think he respects him as a scout. I think he respects him as a GM. So I think he's going to still be around. I could see like it might be a situation where Marty gets a more cushy type of gig within the organization, and then Pat becomes the general manager. Something that's not as grinding, but I don't think Marty's just going to disappear. I don't see it. Because if they wanted him to disappear, they would have already done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you weren't already impressed with Marty, you could have got him out the paint before you hired Rule. You could have just made out the paint.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing devil's advocate, Dave. I think that he's gonna be. I think Marty's. I've been saying that for a long time that Marty's gonna be around. I'm the one that's been saying that. I know other people were trying to get Marty out of here years ago. But I'm the one that said that Marty's going to be around for a while. So I think he stays in the capacity. I'm just thinking.
But I will say, bro, like I'm stunned that he's able to stick around as long as he has. Considering he was a Jay Rich guy, Jay Rich brought him back, and then the whole turmoil happened with the team. I'm stunned that he stuck as long as he has with the ownership. But I'm happy for him too, and that's why at this point, with him sticking around as long as he has, whether you like him or hate him, I think he's going to be around.
Yeah.
I mean, but it'll be interesting. I don't think he survives. I think he can. I don't see a scenario where he's not around and Rule's still there. Put it that way. I don't see it yet.
Nah.
Because it seems like if it's true that Marty really didn't make the picks, I mean, seems like Rule's gonna let him do something. He's gonna let him be a GM, but everything else around him is not gonna be necessarily his call when it comes to like everybody else within the front office.
Yeah. All right. So that's just my guess. I do agree that I think Hurney stays around in some capacity, but I definitely think Pat Stewart is gonna be a future general manager. Just a thought. All right. So right, wrong, or indifferent. I think that was Rule's guy. I think he's gonna end up being a guy. So all right, moving on. That's gonna be it for the front office. Oh, there's a Derek Brown. I got out of order. My fault. But Derek Brown extended. He got paid. All right, moving on. Let's get into the schedule, Dave. All right, let's get into the schedule, dog. Cause it's gonna when the schedule drop, Dave. Yeah, what was you thinking when the schedule dropped, Dave?
I was initially when I first saw it, first glance, first thing I said was 2001. Then I said, we won't be as bad as 2001, but it's gonna be bad. This schedule's brutal.
You think it's bad? I don't think it's that bad. I think we'll lose a lot of games, but I'm just saying I don't think it's terrible.
We only have back-to-back home games once all year.
Okay, what's your point, man?
Our bye week's week 13.
Okay, what's your point?
And our road games are brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our road games are brutal. Like it's not. But we knew what the road games were gonna be. But when you see it on dates,
yeah, dates matter. Dates matter for sure.
Oh, absolutely, they
dates
do.
Matter.
Do you have an interest of playing the Green Bay Packers in December?
I don't have an interest in playing the Green Bay Packers. Period.
Nah, I'd rather see him in September. You know, it's early. You might have a chance to sneak one up on them. But in December, when they're trying to fight for the playoffs, December,
yeah,
I don't have no interest in that.
Yeah. All right, Dave. Let's walk through it. Let's walk through it, game by game. I'll pull it up, and let's talk these through a little bit. All right. So we got the Raiders coming to the bank, week 1. Last year they were 7-9, finished third place in the AFC West. All time 3-3 versus the Raiders, Dave. 3-3 versus the Raiders. Last matchup, the Raiders won 35-32 in 2016. This is remember when Rivera was talking all that junk about how we don't get home openers. I think that's stuck. This is our third one in a row, Dave. Third one in a row, my G. Third one. All right. So let's take a look at the Raiders right quick. They got some weapons on offense. Okay, so they got Carr, Josh Jacobs. They got Darren Waller. Receiver wise, I mean they drafted Henry Ruggs. Whew. They got Nelson Aguilar.
But Derek Carr hasn't been playing that well.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then if you take a look at the defensive side of the ball, they got Max Crosby, who's been playing well. Clelin Ferrell. They drafted Damon Arnett. And still got Trayvon Mullen and Darius Randall. So defense is looking good, but they do have to travel all the way to the East Coast. What you thinking?
We winning this game. I think we're gonna win this game.
They gonna get the dub?
Oh yeah. I think we getting this dub. They're going from west to east. We getting this dub.
I agree. I think we get the dub too.
We get this dub.
Anybody keeping track?
Y'all better enjoy these dubs too, because there ain't gonna be too many of them.
Keeping track. You want to keep track of these, Dave?
I can.
So yeah, I think we get a dub. I think the Raiders will be still. I think the bank is gonna be opening, new regime. I think we'll be hype. I think we get the dub here. So I got us 1-0 at the moment.
Enjoy that division league, guys.
It is a 1:00 game, so I don't know what the other.
Yeah,
we might be in first place for a little bit.
For 1 week, we'll at least be tied at a minimum.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The Rona could be around, so it could be the empty bank. The vault could be empty.
We can still win at the empty bank. We can still win. I think we're capable.
All right, so I got us getting the dub there. Let's move on to week 2, Dave. Week 2, we're going down south. We're going to take on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Last year they were 7-9, finished third place in the NFC South. We got a nice little padding lead on the all-time record, 24-15. Last game out, we won 37-26 when we played in London, which was a great game to watch if you like turnovers. No more Jameis, though. No more Jameis. Tampa Bay has reloaded with Tom Brady, Dave, Rob Gronkowski. They got Tyler Johnson, for God's sakes. Chris Godwin. Mike Evans. Offense is effing loaded, B. And I don't know what their offensive line looks like. I'm going to be honest with you. But the defense was great. Number one run stopping defense in the league last year with Sue, Vita Vea, JPP, William Golson. They got some nice depth on the on the defensive line too. Still got Levante David, Shaq Barrett. Secondary is still trash. Secondary is still garbage. Their secondary is trash. Okay, there still was no investment. They drafted Winfield. I don't know if he's gonna make a huge difference. Although I think that is an upgrade for what they have. This is me just talking. Okay, I haven't analyzed anything. But Dave, what do you have for the game versus the Tampa Bay Bucks on the road?
It hates for me to say this. We about to lose this.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be early for them. I think we might be able to catch them slipping.
No.
I think we might be able to catch them slipping.
Nah, man. This is gonna be Brady's first game as a Buck at home. Nah. He's gonna make an example out of us that day, which is unfortunate too, because Cam Newton's undefeated against Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean Tom hasn't fared well against the Panthers. I think he has a losing record against the Panthers.
No, I think it's tied, I believe, but
is it? I'm just talking.
I think it's tied.
I don't know, man. I think we might be able to catch him slipping, bro.
Man, I don't.
I'm going W here, man.
If it was on the road, if it was at home, I would agree with you. But on the road, I can't.
I'm going W here, man. I'm going 2-0 right now. 2-0. Don't worry, the L's are coming, but right now, I'm going 2-0. I'm going 2-0 versus the Bucks, okay? That's just me. 2-0 right now, we rocking. We gonna catch them slipping, man. If they gonna come out overconfident, we might catch them slipping, dog. That's just me. Hey, man, the L's are gonna come, yo. L's are gonna come.
I can't see the chat right now. Are they saying you lost your mind?
Yeah, they say I'm tripping. They
you
say
are
I'm,
tripping,
I'm wild.
but it's okay.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
It's okay, man. So you got us leading the division for sure. 2-0.
2-0 right now, yo. 2-0 right now. For now, it's good. The L's are coming, B. The L's are coming. Trust me. All right. So next up, week 3, we hit the road again. So back-to-back road games versus the Chargers, the LA Chargers. Last year they were 5-11, finished 4th place in the AFC West. It's a 4:00 game. All-time record against the Chargers, 5-1, Dave. Last matchup, we won 28-16 in 2016. So I think this is one of the newer games. I think they're getting a new stadium. So the SoFi Stadium will be up. I don't know if they're gonna fill it up, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. So they got Tyrod Taylor. Could be Justin Herbert starting. I don't know. Pick your poison. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Tyrod, but they got some weapons too, Dave. Keenan, our secondary, boy, our secondary is gonna have a time. Keenan,
I'm looking at you like you bugging, man.
Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry, if he's healthy. They got Austin Eckler. They did lose Melvin Gordon. Justin Jackson, doesn't matter. They run a committee anyway. But that defense, B, that secondary is looking nice.
They're pretty good.
They got up front. They got Joey Bosa, obviously Melvin Ingram, Linval Joseph up front, and then in the back, Chris Harris. They got Desmond King, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Derwin. I was thinking Derwin. I was saying so. Derwin James and Casey Howard. Man, their secondary is a monster. So I don't know, man. I could see a victory here, but I think the travel gets to us. I'm going L right here.
Nah,
I'm going L right here.
It's a late game. We're gonna win this one.
All right.
I think we're gonna win this one.
I'm going L right here, man. It's Keenan Allen's too much, yo. Too much Keenan Allen, and their secondary is damn good.
I'm thinking that this might be Herbert's first game.
Nah, I think they rolling with Ty. I think they're gonna let Herbert sit. I think they're rolling with Tyrod.
You're assuming that Tyrod's gonna stay healthy.
True that.
So
there's that.
There's that.
There's definitely that.
So we ended up at the same record.
Yeah, I told you the L's are coming. The L's are coming.
Oh yeah, we probably gonna be agreeing on these L's, but when we get near the end, but nah, I think this is gonna be we're gonna get this dub. We'll be 2-1. Everybody will be like, oh, the Panthers are surprising, but it ain't really that surprising. You beat two teams that aren't that good in the AFC. So
all right.
Find their way.
All right, so moving on, week 4 versus the Cardinals. Finished 5-10-1 last year. Last place in the NFC West. 1:00 game at home. It's gonna be at the bank.
All right, stop right there. Stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have DeAndre Hopkins?
Yes, they have DeAndre Hopkins.
It's a W then. Man. We're gonna lose.
So we are 10-4 against them. Not history.
Do they have DeAndre Hopkins in those?
They did not. No, they not only do they have DeAndre Hopkins, Dave. They do have Larry Fitzgerald as well.
They do have Larry Fitzgerald, but the
yeah.
thing is, they have DeAndre Hopkins, which makes Larry Fitzgerald even more dangerous now.
All right, okay. So last time out, Kyle Allen was starting his glorious run of undefeated, never lost.
He
so
was
38-20, we won that game.
It was also going up against a rookie quarterback.
For sure.
So,
agreed. But yeah, they agreed. They have DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, Fitzgerald, Kenyon Drake, Chase Edmonds. Defensive end, not too impressed with defensive side of the ball. They got Zach Allen. I liked him last year out of the draft. Chandler Jones. Still got Patrick Peterson. Byron Murphy, who I liked again. Another guy I liked last year. Robert Alford. Excuse me. So I think this is a winnable game. I don't know if we win it. I think they got too much with Larry. I'm gonna go L here. But I do think this is a winnable game.
It'll be a competitive game, but I don't think we win it because don't they have DeAndre Hopkins?
Yes, but we beat the Texans with DeAndre Hopkins last year. Granted, we didn't have James Bradbury. I know.
We're missing some pieces.
A couple
DeAndre
pieces.
Hopkins is pretty good.
Couple pieces we missing.
I mean, he's the best wide receiver in the league, and he has a pretty good quarterback too. I mean, Kyler's not that bad.
Yeah.
You know, Arizona's 2-1 up. And did we talk about Kenyon Drake at all?
I said they had Kenyon Drake.
Okay.
Yeah, and Chase Edmonds.
Sure.
And Chase Edmonds. Yeah.
No, you can't forget about Chase.
Yeah, man.
Can't forget about Chase. Cannot forget about Chase. Yeah, I got us losing this game.
Yeah, I got us taking the L too. All right, moving on. Week 5, Dave. We got to go on the road down to 85 South and play the Falcons. All right, 7-9 last year. Finished second place in NFC South. All-time record is not good against the Falcons. We are 18-32. We gotta get some dubs, B. They beat us 40-20 last year on the last time out. Listen, they got some of the same players. Julio Jones, some familiar faces. They did add Hayden Hurst from the Ravens. Matt Ryan still back there, and they picked up Ty Gurley. Dave, just a nice little piece there. Calvin Ridley is out there. Defensive side of the ball, not too impressed. They did draft AJ Terrell. They got Keanu Neal if he can stay healthy. Isaiah Oliver, Deion Jones. They got Grady Jarrett up front. So defensive side, and they picked up Dante Fowler too. So they all right on defense. I think the Falcons are all right. They're gonna be straight. I don't know who the hell's gonna cover Julio. I don't know, Dave. Troy Pride, they're gonna put Pride. He gonna lose all his pride going up against Julio.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that.
But yeah, I think this is an L, Dave. I think this is an L.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's looking like these L's are starting to pile up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going L. What you thinking, Dave?
Same. I agree with you because I don't know who's gonna guard Julio, and I don't know who's gonna and I think the lack of like a can't all the freaking activities they do before training camp, man, is gonna cost us. This is where like the first month we're still for us to get 2 wins within the first month is gonna be a miracle in itself, really.
True.
Because we're gonna be at a disadvantage for a lot of these other squads.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But yeah, I just think it's gonna be too much for us. And again, this is all way too early. I'm not saying there's still a long way to go. I think there's still a free agent or two we could sign in the secondary. Could make things a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I still think it's gonna be an L. But anyway, Dave, that's it. That's it for the Falcons. Week 5. So week 6, moving on. We going against the Bears at home. They finished 8-8, third place in the NFC North. 1 p.m. game. So we are 3-6 all time against the Bears. Last year, Bears won 17-3. I'm sorry, 2017. They won 17-3. They got Trubisky up front.
And Foles.
Behind and Foles. They got one of them two is gonna be running the show. Probably Foles at some point, and then they got Allen Robinson.
I think by then Foles will have a job if he didn't get it in week 1.
Allen Robinson they got Anthony Miller, who I like a lot. I liked a lot out of college. Tariq, Aggie Pride all day. They got Ted Ginn as well. The good old Ted Ginn.
Oh, they got Guinea?
They got Ted Ginn, so they got some speed up front, defensive side of the ball. You know what it is. You already know what it is. Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Eddie Goldman shot at Florida State, Kyle Fuller, Eddie Jackson at safety. It's Robert Quinn, Roquan Smith. Sheesh, linebackers for days. So I think we're gonna have a rough go. Offensive line gonna have a rough go. I think this is one we could win. But I'm going L. I'm going L. The defense is gonna be too good, man. Defense is gonna be too good.
Everybody in there talking W, man. I don't think y'all watched.
I'm bugging. Oh, I was bugging earlier. Okay, y'all bugging.
Nah, we losing this one too.
I think this is an L. Just me. That's just me. I think defense is gonna be too much. That's all you got for the Bears?
Yeah, man. The thing is, man, their defense is legit, and while I think our run defense is going to be better, they're going to get tested for this game for sure. And the Bears are a physical team, you know, that it will be tested. I'm not sure if this is Tariq Cohen's first game back home in North Carolina. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
I don't know.
It might be. So if that's the case, that might be his homecoming game, so to speak. You know, that's your little early tip for fantasy right there.
Oh yeah, because he might snap. I think he came before. No,
2017 was that in Chicago?
That game was that was in Carolina. Bears won. No, I don't know. I can't tell. It just says it doesn't say.
I can tell.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was in Chicago. Marcus said it was in Chicago.
Yeah, it was in Chicago. So this is going to be his first game at home.
Could be. Yeah, could be his first game at home.
He could show out in front of his family, fam. So.
All right. So that's gonna do it for the Bears. I think it's gonna be an L for us. Moving on, week 7, Dave. Week 7, we are going down to New Orleans. Going to finish first.
This is where the beef of the schedule. This is where my beef with the schedule lies right here. These next 2 games is my beef. Actually, the last 2 weeks and these 2 weeks are the painful portion of the schedule Because 3 out of those 4 weeks are division games, and 2 will be in less than a week. So this is my beef right here. This 25th to the 29th is going to be brutal for us.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're on the road against the Saints. Obviously, you know what they got. You know what they're rolling with. They got Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, Jared Cook. They picked up Emmanuel Sanders, Alvin Kamara, Tavius Murray, Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill. You name it. Defensive side of the ball, Cam Jordan, Sheldon Rankins, Davenport, same guys we've been seeing. Marshawn Lattimore, Malcolm Jenkins. They did sign Malcolm Jenkins this year. Janoris Jenkins. I mean, it is what it is. We're taking the L. It's gonna be fun to watch. I think we'll put up some points, just because
I think Bridgewater's gonna show out in this game.
Yeah, I think he'll show out. But I think it'll be closer than the experts think. But I still think we take the L. We're gonna lose.
I hope we don't lose our fans, man. We are.
Yeah, what we looking like, Dave? What's the record right now?
I agree with you again.
But what's the record looking like? Did you keep
I'm about
track?
to tell you in a second. Oh, well, we got the same record. We're 2-5.
2-5. All right. So not looking good. And then we got the short turnaround back with the Falcons again on Thursday Night Football, our only primetime game. I don't know who they have the week prior, because it could be interesting if they are on the road. Maybe they're coming from a West Coast game.
Find out.
I don't know. So
Let's find out, because I want to know.
I think this one we might get though. I think we get this one. I'm gonna give us a W. Man. We gonna win We gonna win, man. We gonna get this one.
Be confident, man. Nah, they're at home against the Lions.
Oh well, damn. Yeah, that sucks. I still think we get the W. I still think we get the W, man. I still think we get the W. Still get the W, man.
Oh,
we still
man.
get the W. Stop tripping, dog. We gonna get a W, man. So what I got us 3-5 right now.
Yeah,
I think we get the W, man.
I got them 2-6. We ain't winning this game.
We get the W, man. Stop playing.
We gonna get swept.
Week 8 versus the Falcons. We get the W. Thursday Night Football in the color rush. In the all blue. We gonna get the dub, man.
I'm telling you right now, man. I'm not happy that I'm gonna have to deal with Daryl, because he's not gonna let me hit the end of this if we get swept. But God.
All right. So anything else on the Falcons week 8 at home? I think we get it, man. I think we get in the W. Well, we gotta win one division game, B.
Man,
We gotta
Thursday
win
night,
one division game. Come on, Dave.
I got our division win.
Who?
Week 17.
Oh, okay. Oh, when they mail it in, when they resting their players.
Yeah,
That's
man.
funny. That's funny.
Week 17, because we played the Bucks too early. I mean, we got the Bucks 2 weeks later. You know who's next. We have to even have a discussion about who's next.
Yeah, yeah.
And we got a 10-day rest.
So week 9, yeah, they could have gave us somebody else, man. Week 9, we got the defending Super Bowl champs coming. No, we're going to Arrowhead Stadium. We're going to Arrowhead Stadium where they stole the Florida State chop. Obviously, all time we're 2-4 against the Chiefs. Last matchup, Chiefs won 20-17 in November of 2016. So this is the first time we've ever faced a Super Bowl champ. This is the first time we'll play against Patrick Mahomes. So the first time we'll see him.
Yeah, we've ran the Super Bowl champions often, actually.
No. I meant the first time we'll see. I didn't finish the sentence. First time we'll see Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. So Patrick Mahomes is gonna be like, oh, how we gonna keep up with them receivers, fam?
Yeah. So you know who they got: Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who they drafted in the first round, Mecole Hardman, Sammy Watkins. Defense, they still got Chris Jones up.
Not bad, by the way.
Chris.
Oh, their defense picked it up in the playoffs. Is what's got them to the goal.
Yeah, Chris Jones, who's a beast. They got Alex Okafor. They got Kalen Saunders behind Jones. Frank Clark's over there. I mean, it's secondary ain't great. They got Breland. They did draft Ladarius Sneed and a couple other guys. Instead of got Tyrann Matthew. We definitely taking the L here. So I ain't really know.
Yo, I love Tasha's optimism.
Oh, and Juan Thornhill's there too. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely taking the L. Tasha giving us all the W's, but
yeah, she can give us all the W's we want. Look, man, this is looking like more like a play against the Panthers in fantasy type of season.
So yeah, I got the L here. What's left to say about that, man? Ain't nothing else to say.
No, I mean the problem is that I have faith that our offense is going to be able to keep it interesting. My problem is the defense. Like, I don't know what type of defense we're going to have. And unless our defense makes a ridiculous amount of strides, it won't matter how great our offense is because we ain't going to be able to stop anybody. I think our defense is going to be better, but I don't think it's going to be better enough to stop high-powered offenses yet. Not the Chiefs.
It's not going to happen. You know why? You know why it won't happen, Dave? Because we ain't put enough draft capital in a corner. Because we want to invest in a run stopper when you're going up against
and potentially try to get a better pass rush.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of why I have a problem. But anyway, it is what it is. No, our secondary is hot trash, and it will get exposed something serious against a lot of teams. One being the next team got Week 10, the Bucks again with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Tyler Johnson, Gronk. I mean, come on, man. We won't be able to defend nothing. Anybody. So I got us taking the L here. I think by this time Brady will have gotten to his stride, and he'll be getting his feet under him. So I'm going a loss here. What you thinking, Dave?
Sucks for me to say.
Dave, you gotta cheer up, bro. Come on, man.
It's just it's everything. Like,
it's an innate tank, yo. Like, the tank is naturally happening. It's just happening.
The thing is, though, man, I think we're going to be competitive in a lot of these games. Like, I don't think these are going to be like blowouts. Like, I think the only game that might be a blowout is the Chiefs game. But
yeah, we'll get destroyed by the Chiefs.
I can see us being competitive in them.
Cheer up, bro.
Saying 6-4 by week 10. I want to cheer
you
up.
tripping, bro. You tripping.
6-4 by week 10. Yo, Jared's like, if we are 2-8 by this time, we should coast our franchise QB. Be careful, sir. The Jags are going to be trash too. And I told you, we got one more win coming out of this. Actually, maybe two.
All right. Yeah, let's move on. Week 11. Let's talk about it. This could be one of the victories. We got the Lions at home. So 3-12-1. They finished 4th place last year. All-time record versus the Lions is 6-3. Last time we played the Lions, they won 20-19. I remember that. That's when I think we chose to. Didn't we choose to run the ball or not to run the ball on the 2-yard line or something like that? I forgot what it was.
We lost that game, right?
Yeah, we lost. We lost by a point.
Yeah, I think we went for it to win the game, and we.
Yeah, there you go. So I knew it was something like that. Anyway, I think we get the W here, man. I think we get the W. It's at home. I don't know who the line. They do got Okuda, who I wanted really bad. They got 2 solid wide receivers in Galladay and Marvin Jones. DeAndre Swift is who they drafted. They still got Kerryon Johnson and Bo Scarborough. They got a stable back there. They got Geronimo Allison, Danny Amendola on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, Trey Flowers, Danny Shelton, Jamie Collins. They got decent. Picked up Desmond Trufant and Jeff Okuda. So they should be all right. I think we get the W though.
We'll get the win.
I think we get the. This is a winnable game. Shootout though. I think it's a shootout.
Yeah, this might be a pretty good game. The Lions might not be that good this year either, but they could improve. I mean, they got a Belichick disciple in there, second season. He could improve.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we get the W here though. I think we get the W here. Next up, week 12, we got the Vikings. Finished 10-6. Last year, second place in NFC North. All time.
Minnesota.
At Minnesota, yes, correct. 6-8 versus them all time. Last time out, we won 31-24 in 2017. This is our first time playing in their new stadium. They traded Stephon Diggs. Still got Cousins. Still got Thielen. They got Justin Jefferson too, so they got a nice little replacement pretty quick. Dalvin Cook, Tajay Sharp. On defense side of the ball, they got Daniel Hunter, Michael Pierce up front, Anthony Barr still there, Eric Kendricks.
They don't have Rose clothes no more though.
Nah, but he wasn't playing that great anyway. Marvin Harrison, Anthony Harris in the back. They picked up Jeff Gladney in the draft, and they got Mike Hughes. So secondary, and they got Cam Dantzler too. Their secondary is overhauled, kind of like ours when we got. I think they're gonna be playing all rookies back there. I think the rookies get a lot of play. So what you thinking here, Dave? On the road, I think we catch the L here. Yeah, this is a loss. This is a loss. This is a loss for me. This is a loss.
We are getting the fade on.
All right, so I've got nothing against. That's it for me.
They're a much talented team than us right now, and even though they overhauled their secondary like us, they still got Thielen at wide receiver, and they still got Dalvin Cook. I mean, I could see a situation Cousins has a bad game, we pull the upset, but we're gonna probably be big dogs in this game because at this point, we'll probably have like 3 or 4 wins as a team. They're gonna start thinking about playing more young guys at this point.
Yeah, Slim's point now is a good point. This is Teddy's homecoming game. We're not home, but that's his old team. So he could get in his revenge bag. That's what you want to call it.
But what beef does he have with Cousins?
No beef. Not really a beef. Not revenge. Revenge is not, for lack of a better word, but anyway.
No, but they did do him dirty. They did Teddy dirty, but you know, it's all going to come back to whether or not our defense actually gels and be effective by then.
Nah, I don't think so. Week 13, Dave. We can't lose this one. This is a bye. So this is one we can't lose. So really late bye. I thought
this is the portion of the season where we start thinking about playing the young guys. We start thinking about
that's all we got is young guys, Dave.
No, but we play younger guys. Like we let some of the veterans that we have, we consider resting them now. But at this point, we're probably eliminated from the playoffs. So we're at this point.
Dave, we've been eliminated from the playoffs. We eliminated from playoffs right now.
Well, there's an extra playoff spot now, right? You never know.
Appreciate that, Jared. I don't know what's showing out. I don't know what's showing out is for Teddy. I have no clue.
300 yards passing,
300 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's showing out. Yeah, that's about right. I think that is showing out. I agree. Yeah, I think
real talk. If we're sitting here with like 3 wins or 4 wins, I have no interest in us winning any more games at this point.
I think Marcus will definitely. The clamor for us losing games will be ever so loud, because this is where the tank really matters. All right, so back when we were trying to tank with Cam, we had Cam, okay, and it was all good. This time we don't have a franchise quarterback unless Teddy shows out, which is take it for what it's worth. But this time the tank really matters. So I think by now people are going to be definitely clamoring for us to take L's. But next up on that L list could be the Denver Broncos. We have them coming to the bank at 1 p.m. 7-9, second place in the AFC West last year, 1-4 all time against the Broncos. They got Drew Lock, Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Phillip Lindsay, Melvin Gordon, Royce Freeman, Devontae Booker.
Right. He did go there.
They got a stable, B. They got a stable of running backs. stable of running backs.
God, he went there.
They got Bradley Chubb on the defensive side of the ball. Von Miller, Shelby Harris up front, Mike Purcell, Jarrell Casey up front, and the secondary not so bad with AJ Bouye, Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons, and Bryce Callahan. So they're pretty good. They're pretty good on paper. They're not bad. I think this could be a W. I think we get a W here. I think y'all gonna be pissed off. Coming from the West Coast day, 1 o'clock game, could catch them slipping.
Maybe.
I have no idea what I have them at right now, either.
Who, Denver or Carolina?
No, us right now.
Carolina, you have them 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wins and
Including this one?
nah, that'll make it 5 wins.
Yeah, five wins. 5 wins for me. 5 wins right here. I got a W right here.
I don't know if they could beat Denver, man.
I don't know either. That's why we're guessing. Way too early. Way too early predictions.
By then, Drew Lock might have Well, Drew Lock was figuring it out at the end of the year last year. Drew Lock. I'm normally the optimistic one, man. But this is part of the game I'm shooting to go to, by the way, because hopefully by then the Rona might be cooled off.
I see what you did there, Dave. Cooled off.
Yeah.
Week 15 or week 14 definitely be cool, Dave. So I see what you did there.
Cool.
Little double entendre.
Yeah, man, it's a little December, so. Nah, I know folks think we're gonna be able to beat Denver, but I'm not sure about that, man. I'm gonna have us lose.
What's your predict? Oh, so Dave got the L. Okay, that's fair. All right. So that being said, week 15, we got to go up north to the frozen tundra, play the Packers.
Let me go ahead and put these letters down for you right now,
Yeah,
man. Let me
it's
go ahead
an
and
L.
help you out.
It's definitely an L.
Let me go ahead and help you out. Let me go ahead and let's get this out the way. Do we have to go? Well, man.
6-9 all time against them. Last time we went up, that's where we lost on the game winning on the Christian McCaffrey goal line.
Yeah.
That was one of those L's. But yeah, I think we lose here. Teddy Two Glove.
Yo, Cass have us beating the Packers. That's hilarious.
Y'all are tripping. It's not happening. I think this game could be flexed out to be on Saturday too. This is one of them games that might get flexed.
Yeah, this might be one of our only opportunities to get a primetime game, but I promise you, if we're 3-11, it ain't gonna be no primetime game of 3-10.
So let's take a quick look at the roster. This is gonna be Devin Funch's blood and guts game. So he played
Funch's. He'll probably be the 2.
Funch's. Nah, he won't be the. Well, it depends. They got Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Funchess, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, who they drafted. He's gonna be a problem in the cold. When it's cold, he's gonna be bruising cats.
So now we gotta play the Green Bay Packers in December, in Green Bay.
AJ Dillon's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt to tackle him in December. It's gonna hurt. AJ Dillon is a beast. And they got Jordan Love as a backup just in case if something happens to Aaron Rodgers. Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith on the defensive side, Kenny Clark, Jair Alexander, who I wanted back then, Darnell Savage, who I also wanted. Secondary not looking that bad. It's not that bad. So I definitely think we lose. It's gonna be too cold for us. Cats don't like cold.
Ugly.
So yeah, easy L for me. Moving on. And you want anything else on that game?
Nah, I know my limits.
All right, so Dave, we welcome back Ron Rivera.
We don't welcome back anything. We got to go to him.
Well, anyway, same thing. We go to him, but we are going against Ron Rivera. Thomas Davis plays for them too now. People forget about that. Kyle Allen, who might be the quarterback, you never know. A little bit of blood and gut, little bit of blood and guts. All time against the Redskins, we were 6-9. Last time out, the Redskins won 29-21. That game got Rivera fired. Yes, it did. Let's take a look at the roster.
When Dwayne Haskins.
Haskins is the quarterback. Darius Geis, running back. Adrian Peterson still there. They signed Peyton Barber as well, so they got stable of running backs. They got Terry McLaurin as a wide receiver. Thaddeus Moss, who they picked up as undrafted free agent. Kelvin Harmon and Antonio Gandy Golden is their receiving core. Defensive side of the ball, Montez Sweat, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen. They got the Bama trio, or not trio, but Bama duo up front. Ryan Kerrigan, Chase Young, Thomas Davis. They got a nice little defense. Kendall Fuller, Sean Davis, Landon Collins. On paper, they all right. On paper, they all right.
Ron Rivera really tried to downplay this game, man.
He, of course, that's Riverboat. That's what he does.
It was funny because the way he tried to downplay it, he was like, well, because the game was near the end of the season, it ain't going to be that much important to me. It would have been more important if it was near the beginning of the season, but it's in week 16. I ain't going to be thinking too much about it by then.
I think it's an L. I think the Redskins players are going to be playing for Rivera.
Rivera's going to coach his ass off.
They're going to play for Rivera and all the rah-rah. So I think it's a winnable game, but I think we lose. So I don't know. It is what it is. Anything else in this game, Dave? Lot of former Panthers on this roster.
No.
So I just don't think we'll be up to it. I probably won't. What is the date of this game? What's the date? Is that Christmas?
Just 2 days after.
Yeah, I'm probably going to that game. I'm probably going up to DC. I'm probably going to that game. Especially if they have fans. Especially if JD get the tickets. I'm going.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Yeah, I'm going.
I ain't going home this year. But a trip to DC is pretty quick.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Week 17, we have the New Orleans Saints at Carolina. Again, we know what they have. We talked about them earlier. I think this could be a winnable game, due to the reasons that Dave said, that I think the Saints might be resting their roster, or they could be in position to have to win it. So you can go either way here.
I don't know, because the thing is, with the 7th playoff team in the conference, that would mean that you would have to with the 7th playoff team in the conference, it means that only one team's going to get a bye, and you're going to have a competitive division. So if the Bucks or the Falcons end up winning the division, all they're going to be fighting for is a wild card spot, and they're going to be worth it to them to fight. They'll probably rest those guys.
Yeah.
You're going to probably have, I think with the 7th playoff team, you're going to see more clinched teams rest earlier now because of that.
Yeah. So Noli said the expansion is next year. Not this year.
I thought they said they were deciding they were going to vote on it to make it, see if they're going to do it this year or not.
I don't know.
Oh, if it's the
2020
same. 2020
is the same.
All right, if it's still the same. Even then, if they got to rest starters, like I'm assuming that the Saints are going to have this spot clinched. And they're going to rest their guys, and we're going to win. And Sean Payton's going to smile because he's going to drop us in the draft spot. So even when we win, we lose.
He would do that.
That's what he did. He admitted to doing it a few years ago.
I'm still going L. I'm still going L here. I think this is where we empty the bench, try to find some young guys too. I'm still going L, because even if James is playing, it's still not going to be an easy victory. So I'm still going L no matter what. So what we at, Dave, for total record?
All right, I'm gonna tell you
5-11. I think that's what I had.
I'm about to tell you right now. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You were 5-11.
5-11. That sounds about right.
5-11, and I am 1, 2, 3. I'm 4-12.
That's top 10 pick again. Top 10 pick. So Jared asked, how fast does Rule lose the locker room with a season like this? That's the thing. I don't think he loses the locker room because it's full of his guys. It's full of his guys, B. He's not gonna lose the locker room.
It's not all his guys though. Shaq ain't one of his guys.
It's
paid him.
well, he can get out of here. He'll get cut. That's the I'm telling you, that's the culture he's building, B. I don't think it's full of his type of dudes, the guys he wants. I don't think Rule loses the guys at all. I think they're gonna play for him no matter what. I think that's the positive thing about Rule. I think he's gonna have dudes that's willing to play for him. So I don't know. So I do have the phone lines open if y'all want to talk about the season. We'll keep them open for like the next 15 minutes. So y'all can give a quick synopsis. If not, if the phone lines don't really get popping, we can call it a day. But yeah, that's the roster. That's the schedule. I think we're gonna definitely be in line for a top 10 pick. And again, I think it's gonna be a natural tank. I don't think everybody's saying, oh yeah, tank for Trevor or fall for Fields. Like, it's gonna be natural. We're gonna be a bad team, and it's not. I don't think it's gonna be it's not gonna be I guess an indicator to say that Rule's gonna be a bad coach. It's just, I think, given the COVID situation, I think the COVID situation loses us at least 2 or 3 games just because, the time, we haven't had the time. Dudes ain't got the playbooks. That matters. Like, teams that are experienced, and that's why I think we might be able to catch the Bucs slipping too early, because all the coaches with new teams, or all the teams with new coaches, they're gonna.
But Arians has been there.
But he's got a bunch of new people. Like, he's bunch.
Got Brady.
And Brady's got that's a lot to change, bro. Like, you're changing that whole system. You're not gonna put your system on Tom Brady. Tom Brady's gonna bring his system to you.
And that's the thing. And that's gonna make it easier for them.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm telling you, man. Like I'm looking so like the Chargers, I give them the dub potentially because they're gonna have to have a new quarterback at the helm, whether it's Tyrod or Herbert. And then the next one I give is the Lions, because I think the Lions are just a disarray franchise.
All right, let's open up the phone lines real quick, Dave. So 704, what's good?
Not much. How you doing?
Noli, what's up, man?
What's up, Noli?
Chilling. Wanted to talk about the schedule. Before I did that, just briefly to clarify on the stadium, I don't blame Tepper for trying to get the money, and obviously that's the business thing to do. But what I'm saying is, I don't think this usually what happens in these scenarios, the city doesn't rush to the owner and say, oh, here's this money. I rarely see that happen. It's usually the owner going to the city and begging for the money, and that's kind of what I was against. But that's a separate topic. But we'll see what happens. I do think he has to keep it in Charlotte just because of the economic, just because it just makes sense. I mean, you got the doghouse right out there, just all the restaurants and bars there. It wouldn't make sense to move it out of Charlotte. But
I know you want Noli. I know you wanted to stay in Charlotte.
Here we go.
I know, but hear me out. So he could set up his own type of shopping bar area in another spot
he could.
With land. And that's the thing. So I don't think it's gonna be and he's a billionaire. He's the richest owner in the league. So I don't think money is not gonna be an issue if he decides to offer a city, hey, I'm gonna build you a block of an economy, but I want to put the stadium here and put all these restaurants and bars around it. So I think he has options if he wants it. I think he wants to keep it in Charlotte, but if there's no way to do it, he's gonna build his empire somewhere. He's gonna build his spot somewhere else, just like he did with the corporate office.
I think it will be near the Charlotte area because that's where all the traffic is. I don't think he's going to move it. I don't think it'll be too far away. At worst, it'll be driving distance. I'm against it on principle, which is a separate issue, but especially with COVID and if these cities don't have tax revenue, I don't know how they would give him all the money he wants. That's where I see it being an issue now with this pandemic. I really if he wants 500 You
Yeah,
know,
but we're not saying it's gonna happen now. It's a long, long, long
Yeah,
ways
we
off.
5
okay.
to 10
Oh
years
yeah,
away.
no doubt, no doubt. So yeah, we'll see what it is. But again, against it on principle, but that's a separate discussion about the schedule. I'm 50-50. At best, I could see 6-10. John Fox's first year was what 7-9. Um, at best, I could see 6-10, 7-9. I just think we've signed too many good players on offense to be like 3-13.
I'm not.
But
My thing is, it's not. I think it's a combination of the fact that we're not going to have the same amount of. We're losing the extra time that we get from the activities because of COVID, and we have
yep.
a brand new coach. And on
Hmm.
top of that, our schedule was not kind at all. We only have back-to-back home games once all season.
Yep.
So like,
So the and those first 2 points. Yeah, the first 2 points you made is like what I've been saying for months. Like even with a full off season with no limitations, we'd be behind the 8 ball because of the new coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just takes time to learn a new system. But coupled with the fact that we may not even be able to convene till August, I mean, it's going to, like, people forget when we had the lockout in 2008. And somebody was saying this, when the lockout was lifted and they came back in August, they were like learning 40 plays a day. And a lot of it, they were just like cramming like crazy. And it affected the team, especially if you remember the run game that year. I remember players talking about it. Their run game was very, very basic because Chodzinski just focused on the pass game because they were just limited with time. So the biggest reason why I think we'll lose game is like, who's starting that corner? Unless they sign somebody, like
They
you're
still
going to
got
have
time.
Dante Jackson
They got
guard
time.
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin twice.
Nah, that's
You're
not.
going to have Dante Jackson guard Julio, guard Michael Thomas.
That's the thing too. Like, we don't know what this defense is going to look like.
I don't think they're done. I don't think they're done with the defense. There's
But
still
also
some.
not-
There's still some guys out there. We'll talk about that next
There's
week.
there's no way they can be done. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm just
They're
looking
not
through these
done.
wide
I agree.
receivers, and first of all, like, you got Troy Pride. I mean, you want to bring him along slowly. Like, you don't want to throw him into a Bradbury, Darren Worley situation. But what happens if Dante gets hurt or Troy gets hurt? Like they have to bring somebody if they don't want to just get torched. Because eventually, what teams are going to do is like, oh, they got a good D line. We don't want to run the ball. Let's spread them out full wide. Like, I mean, it's going to get ugly. So again, obviously y'all know that I want QB next year, so I want to lose as many games as possible. But if I have to keep it real, I think we're going to put up points. But I'm thinking anywhere from 3 to 5 wins, and then more. I don't think we'll get less than 3, but
Yeah,
maybe
I'll go,
more depending on.
Yeah, I'll go 3 to 6. 3 to 6 wins. Six wins max.
If we lose to the Raiders week 1, it gets ugly, man.
Yeah, if we lose week 1, that's not a good start, yo. We gotta win that Raiders game.
Oh, I'm cool. Oh,
If
yeah, I mean, we did
lose
win week
to
1 in 2001, right? We won week 1 against the Vikings, and then
lost the last 15. But if we lose to the Raiders, all bets are off.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be
All
rough.
bets are off. Like, we cannot now. And the thing is, Vegas has us as 1-point favorites against the Raiders right now, which means that, if it was a neutral field, we'll be a dog because the home team gets 3 points off gate. But but it's just we cannot lose to the Raiders opening day.
hey, man, I wouldn't mind it. It is what it is. I'm not looking for. But
All right, no, I gotta move on, bro. I got some more calls.
Appreciate it.
But yeah,
All
All
right.
right, see you, Noli.
Yeah. All right, 704. The other 704 was good.
What's up? It's J7. How you doing?
Jason, what's
up,
good,
man?
brother?
Not much. Few things. I'm gonna start with the stadium first. I don't think it's as far away as some may seem. I know you said 10 years. I think in the next 5 years they'll be talking about, okay, we're having a new stadium here, and then breaking ground.
Just to clarify, my 10 years like playing in it. Like, so it's gonna take a couple
Okay.
years for them to start.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. So I think we saying the
Okay.
same
So
thing.
we're on the same page then. Okay, got you. I was looking at the site that you showed, the piping company. My mom actually works uptown for the city of Charlotte. I can't really say anything other than that, but it's kind of interesting the land because it's very fragmented.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have to buy that, and then they're gonna have to definitely buy up some other stuff around it.
Yeah.
And Pepper's got the money for that. He's not short on cash, but it is very interesting. I don't know that it looks great, obviously, because it's uptown. But if you actually look at it, there's a train track that's running through there. There's some other things that are running through there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much disruption they're really going to want to do up there with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the old Hornet site has been used yet. That's an interesting area to look at. But that's all I have on stadium. I think a lot of people are putting too big of an emphasis on OTAs and a new coaching staff. Like, I think we all just need to remember when you're in OTAs, you're running around in shorts and a helmet. Like, I get it. It's good to go through the reps and walk through that stuff and get the new offense installed. But these guys are professionals. Like, the majority of their work is going to come in the classroom and film room and stuff like that. Yes, absolutely going through it helps memorize it and everything. But if you can't get the playbook mastered because you have a short OTA period, then maybe you don't belong in the league. Like, that's kind of how I feel. Because when you look at some of the first-year coaches and how they fared, like Bill O'Brien went 9-7 his first year in Houston. Rex Ryan went 8-8 in Buffalo. Todd Bowles went 10-6 in New York.
Those are all
Sean McDermott 9-7 in Buffalo.
Those are all. Those are all NFL guys, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's
okay.
a bit
But
different.
my larger point is, if your roster has talent on it and you can coach, the guys are going to get the job done. Now, I don't think that this team is very talented, and we'll see what Rule's coaching is like. Those are the question marks. But it's not going to be because, we missed 2 weeks of OTAs. That's my point. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But last week on
Roderick's
schedule,
not going to be there with all the social distancing and stuff going on too, though.
What you said, David?
All the camaraderie with the team and all that. That ain't gonna be there either. There's been a lot of moving pieces with that squad, man. New quarterback, like McCaffrey's leadership is gonna be taken to the test this year, and Shaq's is gonna be too. But there's a lot of younger folks that's on that squad. There's a different set of folks on that team this year.
That's fair. My last thing is I got us going 4-12, and I think that we should sign a veteran corner to come on in here. I don't want to throw Troy Pride Jr. out there to the Wolves. I would like him to, get thrown out there later in the season, and I don't think bringing in a veteran corner would hurt the win total dramatically. And there's some decent guys, good locker room guys that we could bring in here, show these young guys how the league works, how the game works, without messing up the win total. But that's all I got for this week.
Yeah, appreciate that, Jerome. But the thing with the available cornerbacks, a lot of them dudes are slot guys. Like Logan Ryan, he's still out there. They're all slot corners. So like you're gonna be asking a guy that's best. But again, it's gonna be an upgrade for what we have anyway. I'm just pointing out the fact that they're slot. They're better in the slot, so it is what it is. But all right, let's move on. 386, what's good?
What's good? I just want to talk mostly about the cornerback. Like you said, Logan Ryan, he's a slot. We don't really need a slot. But we also have other people out there for options. We have Tremont Williams, who's still a free agent. Marcus Shields. We also have Kayvon Webster. I mean, those aren't names that best corners, top 10 corners, but it's a big step up from what we got. And we needed a certified number one. I think Kayvon Webster, even Drake Kirkpatrick, or Marcus Shreels can come in and start.
Yeah, I like Drake Kirkpatrick too. He's just under 30. I think that'd be a solid. At this point, you kind of it is what it is. Whoever's available, you gotta work with it. But yeah, well, I'm with you. We need to bring up somebody, bring in somebody ASAP. There's not gonna be a lot of money. Probably sounds like a 2 or 3 year deal that could be at least a number 2 next year. While Troy Pride develops, but yeah, it's not pretty at all.
Yeah, and I also think people need to stop saying tank for a quarterback. We didn't give Teddy Bridgewater a 3-year, $60 million deal for us to just sit there and tank and take a quarterback next year. I know.
Well, I think the right way to do it though is to have that bridge quarterback, and you don't want to throw your number one pick. And I think they although I don't like the way they did it, I think we should have rolled with Kyle Allen this year, and then just got another quarterback. Next season. But I do kind of agree with having Teddy around to help whoever we draft next year. Because we're gonna be there's a solid. I think it's like an 80% chance we're gonna have a top 10 pick next year. So like whoever we get, we're gonna get a solid quarterback. And either you're gonna throw him out there to the Wolves week 1, or you're gonna give him some time, give him a year, let Teddy run it. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the way they did it. But I think it's gonna be an inherent tank. Like it's just gonna happen. Like I don't think we're gonna purposely tank. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd be fine with Kyle Allen if we had him and we just naturally tanked. But I don't think. I think you should still. Yeah. Well, what Rashad's trying to say. We're not gonna be good.
I think we're going to be competitive. Like I think like a lot of these L's that I picked for tonight, I could see them flip the W's because I think they're going to be some close games, which wouldn't be a bad thing if it ends up going down like a lot of close games, because then the players learn a lot of stuff. The rookies, the young guys will learn a lot of stuff. It'll just be a tough season to watch, man.
Yeah.
Hell,
I just don't like.
I was gonna say Ross Cockrell's still out there. I'd go back and get him. I'd play him over. There's a bunch of guys. I would get.
I just don't like the idea of paying someone that much money and everybody's just saying, let's just get rid of them and get somebody else. That's just a waste of money. And we have positions in need that we could spend $60 million on if we just wanted to get another quarterback and only give them one chance.
I agree. That's why I would have rather us not sign Teddy, but it kind of is what it is at this point. So
gotta roll with the punches.
Gotta roll with it.
I think Teddy's a good quarterback, but he also needs a good defense.
That's the problem. Like I'm not doubting that our offense is not going to be good. My concern is on the other side.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be what's going to cause a friction within that organization, personally. This is just my opinion. If there's ever going to be some level of friction, if that defense don't pick up, that's going to cause a lot of friction.
Yeah. All right. Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, man. Thanks for
calling. Good night.
You too, man.
All right, bye.
919, what's good?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Eddie, what's good, brother?
What's up, Eddie?
Hey, not much. I know I came in late today, just trying to watch some. I think I was watching the show Dave with my mom or something. But one thing I did notice is just looking at the schedule is we only have 3 indoor games this season, and it's going to be, I guess, a real testament to how we deal with the elements. And those 2 games are in the division, of course, we in Atlanta and the Saints, and then going up to Minnesota. So so just thinking about that and thinking about why, especially why you have teams like the Saints who at least have 8 games at home or 8 games indoors and don't have to deal with any of that stuff. So I can definitely see why Tepper wants to get an indoor stadium.
Yeah, I mean, he could just. He's been talking about doming the current stadium, which is possible, but I don't know if that doesn't. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue, man. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Like,
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me, man. New stadium would be cool, but I'm not pressed over it.
Yeah, well, I think, I guess he's one of those especially with Tepper, he probably wants to be one of those people to get on stuff early, especially with the stuff being approved in Rock Hill, and then just saying, hey, might as well try to get this new stadium, pay all this money up front now, and then just sit back and rake up that, I guess, income for the next 20, 30 years, however long he's a owner.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man.
Yeah. But that was all. I just wanted to talk about those outdoor games. I mean, those indoor games. We only have 3 indoor games this season. So it's going to be a real testament to whatever we're going to have to really check the weather to see how things are going to go, fantasy-wise and regular sports-wise.
I'm retired from fantasy, so I'm retired from fantasy, so it's all good.
You retired? You can't retire, man.
I'm retiring, bro. It's a wrap for me. But all right, Eddie. Appreciate you calling, bro.
No problem. Peace.
Yeah.
See you, man.
910, what's good? Last call of the day. Who is it?
You know who it is.
Yo, Lopes, locks.
What's good, man?
Hey. Yo, what up? Hey. As far as the schedule go, like I said, 3-13, 4-12. We need the tank for Trevor Lawrence or the dude Justin Fields. That's the only way to build a long-term successful team. You can't do that by trying to sneak into the 7th seed and just. I seen somebody Plymouth talking about something. The only way we should try to win is to go all in or trying to compete and make the playoffs. Like I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Look, the ultimate goal is always to win the Super Bowl. It's not to make the playoffs. It's not to have a good team and don't win the Super Bowl. It's to win the Super Bowl.
I agree.
All this, well, why do we have to tank? Well, why? Tanking doesn't mean that you have to go 0-16. Tanking is doing what we're doing now. Our secondary, nobody knows what the hell is going to happen with the secondary. The linebacker core is whatever it is. The D line is it can be all right, I guess, this year, especially with the lockout and not the lockout, but the not having an off season and all that stuff. Like, this team is not going to win no more than 3 or 4 games. And I think that's the way we need to go. It's all about playing chess and not checkers. Y'all, like a lot of y'all love playing checkers because it's easy. You know what I'm saying? You can boom, 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 you won. Chess takes a lot of thinking. You know what I'm saying? You can't win chess just by making 1 or 2 moves. If you know somebody that know how to play. And as far as this BS Noli was talking earlier, when I was telling them Jeremy Chin can play some of the bigger wide receivers on the outside, I'm not saying he's going to be a full-time outside corner. Like I told y'all, he's a safety. He's a strong safety, box safety who can play, who can defend the bigger, more athletic tight ends. But I told him, whenever we played the Julio Joneses and the Mike Evans and a lot of those bigger, like the Mike Thomases, those bigger wide receivers, expect to see some Jeremy Chin on those guys, because if you expecting, Dante Jackson could improve, but whenever you look at him and you look at his size, it's like, not saying he still can't guard them, but and then you got the dude Troy. He's a rookie, so he gonna struggle a little bit too. So like I was telling Noli, I don't know if he's still in the chat. If he hear me telling him, expect to see Jeremy Chin on some of those guys like Mike Evans, Julio Jones, and Mike Thomas. He might not be on. He not gonna be on him all the time, but he can play him some because he can run. And the last thing about this the stadium, I told y'all Tepper is not gonna put no dome over no Bank of America stadium. And I heard that he was using his own monies to make the bunkers inside the stadium and a lot of that other stuff because that 110 million, even though it's already in ink that he's gonna get it, that money is not in his pockets right now to build those bunkers. That money is coming out of his pocket. That I heard. It's coming out of his pocket to build the bunkers and that other stuff that they're doing at the stadium right now. He don't have that 110 yet. You know what I'm saying? And it could be more.
But it's earmarked. So I mean, what difference does it make?
He's gonna get his money.
You said it what?
It's his. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it back. So what difference does it make?
I mean, but nobody knows how. Nobody exactly knows how much because I heard most of that money is going to the to the Eastland site anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
A lot of that money is not going. Yeah, a lot of that money is not going to the stadium. Like the only money that might go to the stadium is probably like for the camera angles or something like that, like the cameras and maybe the locker room or something like that. But I heard like the bunkers and that stuff to make him the extra money. That's that. I heard he uses his own money right now to do that. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. That's all I had to say. You know what I mean? As far as the stadium, the schedule, like anybody, you guys is going what 5-11.
5-11 between
5-11.
I'm between 3 and 5 wins. I'm between whatever I said. It's a 3 between 3 and 5.
You have 5 wins.
Or 4 and 6. My bad. Between 4 and 6. 4 and 6 W's. That's what I'm rolling with.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be about the same thing. Yeah, we need a quarterback. I'm not. So I'm not. I don't want no Teddy Bridgewater. Even if Teddy Bridgewater came out and threw for like 30 touchdowns and like 400,000 something. I mean like 4,000 something yards and completed like 60 something % of his passes. I still would want another quarterback because he not a long term answer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. That's all I had to say, man. I'm out. That's all I had to say. Holla at y'all.
All right, yo.
All right, Noe.
That wasn't Noe. That was
Noe.
Locks, man. You sleep. You sleep,
man.
bruh.
I'm certified, but yo, I had a long day.
All right, yeah. So that's, I mean, some good points. I do like. I do think that that we should definitely, we're gonna need a quarterback. We are gonna need a quarterback. And hey, if I think we're in a situation where it's a win-win. If Teddy comes out and balls out, then we good. We got a franchise quarterback. If not, then we have the opportunity to draft one. So it's kind of they've developed a win-win situation here. So I don't know, man. I don't know. So what you thinking, Dave?
Ugly season, man.
Yeah, I agree. It's not gonna be pretty, bro.
It's gonna be an ugly one. And the thing is, it's just and the thing is, like, Teddy's had a winning record as a Viking, but it's just I think the schedule and the combinations doesn't really give us a chance to breathe, and that's my big problem.
Yeah.
With the schedule, it doesn't give us a chance to breathe, and then having a late bye doesn't help.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You're just too far away from the mic.
Oh, come on, man. I ain't that far away from the mic. But nah, I just think, we don't have a chance to breathe. Our bye week's too late in the year. I heard rumblings that the bye weeks were all in in a certain section, but I don't know how true that is. I haven't looked at all the schedules to like identify it,
But all right,
Teddy's not. Everybody keeps talking about Teddy. Teddy's not the concern I have. I think Teddy could win us some games.
Yeah, we gonna put up some points.
It's the other side, man. Because I don't know what Phil Snow's gonna do.
Yeah, the defense is a complete unknown, bro.
And that's my concern. Like if the defense starts playing, like if we go up against the Raiders and we see some really tight stuff with the defense and the defense is playing lights out, I'm like, oh, okay. And then if we go to Tampa Bay the following week and we give Brady some problems, I'm like, oh, okay. Then it might be a different season. But I don't know. I think you got to have those reps on the defensive side of the ball. And we're just young. I think Derrick Brown's going to make a difference on our defense. I think Gross Matos is going to make a difference in our defense. But I think the lack of secondary is going to kill us.
Yeah.
We don't fix that soon.
Nah, secondary is hot garbage. And when we get torched, y'all going to see what I was saying. But all right.
We'll have to wait. We won't have to wait too long.
Exactly. Week 2, y'all going to see what I was talking about. But all right, let's get on up out of here, Dave. I'm gonna call it. I'm tired. Let's get up out of here.
Close us out.
Yep, got it. It's coming. Paul.
Thank you for listening to the Panther Nation podcast hosted by Rashad and David. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you are notified when new episodes are posted. You can also catch episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor, and Podcast Addict. Review and rate this episode 5 stars and share it with all the Panther fans you know. And always remember, keep pounding.
Keep pounding, people. We're going to get up out of here. See y'all next week. We'll take a look at some of those cornerbacks, some of the available cornerbacks and some of the gaps. We still got gaps on the defense. Well, huge gaps on the defense side of the ball with cornerbacks. But we'll take a look at some free agents next week on who's available. Because there's still some guys out there. Still some good guys out there. We'll take a look at them. All right. That being said, we out of here, man. Make sure y'all keep pounding.
All righty. Y'all have a good one.
Peace out.